Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I'm going to do the TMI tag. I've been tagged by Sarah Elliot. Thank you, Sarah. And there's a lot of questions to this, so I'm going to try to get through this really quick. I went back and forth on whether I should do it, but I'm going to do it. So the first question is, what do you wear while crafting? I wear whatever I happen to be wearing, which is jeans or at night sweatpants. Can you say that you have a crafting supply that you have been in love with? Not literally, of course. Well, I love my paper. I obviously have way too much paper, but I love my paper. And I've often thought about destashing because I obviously have way more than I could possibly use, but I don't think I own a pad that I could, or paper that I could part with, so it's really sad. But I love my paper. Have you, sorry, my chair is stuck on something, sorry. Have you found a product that is completely unsatisfactory and didn't do what it was supposed to? If yes, what was it? Those mixed media inks that I shared in one of my previous videos by Colorbach. I love the ink. The ink itself is quite satisfactory. But the lid to those inks is really ridiculous. It doesn't even stay on. It hardly even balances on the ink. So I keep all my inks in my drawer. I can't put them in my drawer because I go back in there and the caps are all off. So it's really ridiculous. Quite displeased with that. How large is your crafting space? My room is very small. Joe built a couple of walls in our garage, put up a couple of walls and enclosed a corner, and it's 8 by 8. So it's a small room, and I went and outgrew it, which I never should have done. In the beginning, it was more than enough space. But now with everything else that I've been involved in, like altering items and mixed media, and I've just outgrown the space, which is stupid. So Joe always says I have a 5 by 8 overflow, because I have a couple of tall shelves right outside my scrapbook room as well. Anyway, how often do you shop for supplies? Well, I haven't been, excuse me, as bad as I have been in the past. So, like I went to Michael's and Joann's yesterday for the first time in like a couple of weeks. So that was good. So I'm trying to shop only a couple of times a month. But we'll see how that happens, how that goes. Do you have more hobbies other than paper crafting? In the summertime, I really love the beach. I go to the beach quite often. Last summer I didn't because, you know, my mom had that surgery and Jennifer was having the baby. So I think I was only at the beach a few times last summer. But anyway, I don't know if that qualifies for a hobby, but that's something else that I love to do. I also enjoy old movies, old classic movies, like anything from like the 30s on, like Cary Grant, Jimmy Stewart, love Alfred Hitchcock movies, Katharine Hepburn, you know, so yeah, I enjoy watching old movies, and late at night I'll watch Turner Classic Movies, and I love that. If you're a paper crafter, what are the 2 things other than paper and glue that you feel should always be used together? I don't know. I guess flowers and lace go together. But again, that depends on the project, that, you know, what you're doing. What is your favorite paper company that you use or have used before? That question gives me anxiety to have to pick out a favorite paper. I love anything from Prima to DCWV, you know, but if I had to pick one, I guess it would be Prima. And for one thing, it's affordable. The Prima paper is very affordable, and it's just, you know, gorgeous. What is it? What is your favorite? Okay, what are your favorite glues? I use a lot of, lately, I've been using a lot of the mixed media glue by Canvas Core. It's very similar to Fabri-Tac. I love Fabri-Tac. I use Scotch Quick Dry quite a bit, and you know, my ATG gun, it depends on what I'm adhering. What is something new that you would like to try in crafting? Well, it's not new, but I have one of those small bubblegum machines from like the Dollar Tree or something that I need to get over myself and just alter it already. So I need to, I'm intimidated by it, but I just need to bite the bullet. That and the Tim Holtz, you know, an alarm clock. I want to alter those things. I want to get over myself and just do it. What is your favorite embellishment? I love working with paper, so I love working with ephemera. I really do. Lace and flowers too, of course, but I love playing with ephemera. When is your birthday? August 20th. How much do you spend on crafting supplies a month, approximately? Well, that's a tricky question, isn't it? Probably, you know, definitely more than I should, and I've gotten better in the last few months. But yeah, I'm going to take the 5th on that, and yeah, you know, on average, it's probably $100. What is your favorite quote right now? There are so many great quotes. I love live, laugh, love. I love that. I know it's not really a quote, but whenever I see it on a plaque or just whatever, or on a stamp or something, I always want to buy it. I don't always buy it, but I'm always tempted. So I like that. Out of all the tools that you own, what is your favorite? That would have to be my Sizzix, my Big Kick. Because I think it's a great investment. With the Sizzix dies, I know the dies can be expensive, but they're an investment, and they're guaranteed, so you have them forever. And it cuts anything from paper, vellum, and material to chipboard, cardboard, and thin metal. So definitely my Big Kick. And what is your favorite color? As much as I love, you know, peach, the peachy colors and mint colors and those type soft colors, I think I'm more naturally drawn to earth tones. I love all shades of brown. Brown is my ultimate favorite color, and to wear as well as to work with, and even in my home, you know. I love browns and grays and you know, golden tones too. I love that. Do you listen to music while crafting? Yes, I do. It's just too quiet otherwise. Where do you go when you need inspiration, or what do you do? I usually watch YouTube videos. I'm just now getting in the habit of tuning into Pinterest. So I really like that. And sometimes I'll just come in here and I want to create, but I don't know what exactly to get into. So I'll grab a paper pad, just whatever, blindly grab some paper, and I'll let whatever comes from that, you know, develop. How long does it take you to pull things together to start a project? I don't know. I try not to spend too much time. I try to go with like my first instinct. Like if I'm creating a mini album or a scrapbook page layout, I'll just grab, if I know my color scheme and whatever, I'll just grab a few things without spending too much time doing it. I'll just go with my first instinct and just spend, you know, 5 or 7 minutes just pulling things, and then just work with what I pulled. How long does it normally take you to finish a project? It depends on what it is. I mean, I can do a scrapbook layout, you know, within an hour. A mixed media project probably within an hour and a half. I don't spend more than 3 days on any one project. Like if I'm doing a mini album or altering a box, I don't spend days on a project. I can't do that. That'll make me crazy. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with crafting? Meaning, do you have more ideas or things to do than you can get done? If So what do you do to prevent that overwhelming feeling? Of course I do. I think we all do. I think we all feel overwhelmed. We all have those to-do lists, you know. Every time you tune into YouTube, there's another brilliant idea or something that inspires us, and we put that in the back of our mind or on our list that we want to get it done, that we want to try it, and then the list just gets longer and longer. And I don't think there's anything that we can do to prevent that from happening. So, yeah. Have you, how much do you spend on shipping each month, approximately? I've cut down the amount that I spend on shipping. I'm not talking about when I order stuff, that kind of shipping. When I order stuff, I try to get free shipping. But as far as shipping things out, I have cut that down to like $26, no more than $30. You know, $26, no more than $30. Yeah, I've had to cut that down. Do you limit how many challenges you do each month? I don't do challenges, and I don't do challenges anymore. When I first started YouTube and started feeling comfortable in the YouTube community, I tried to do all the challenges that I could. You know, especially if I was friendly with the person or whatever it was, I tried to do that, and then it became stressful. And then, you know, for me, this is just for me, and then picking and choosing which challenges to do and who's to not do, I found that stressful. And then the new thing was, you know, for the extra, you know, create such and such, and then for extra bonus points, send it to me, and, you know, send me the item. Well, at that point, when, and this is just for me, and I'm not knocking anybody else, but at that point, that's when I stopped doing challenges, because that's when it became overwhelming. I couldn't pick and choose which challenges to do. It turned out that I was doing more challenges than my own, wanting to do my own creations, and then having to ship things out when I was already having a hard time shipping out racks that I wanted to get out, you know. So I don't do challenges anymore, and that's not an insult to anybody who has put out challenges. But to go along with that, on my giveaways, which I know I haven't done one in a while, but in my giveaways, I no longer require challenges. My giveaways are always the leave a comment type deals, because I know what it's like to have to do these challenges. You know, when your creative list is so long, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so tell the reason why you joined YouTube. I've told this story before. As soon as I became aware that there was a scrapbooking community on YouTube and that people were sharing and inspiring, and boom, I wanted to be a part of it. I mean, I never knew. I never strolled around YouTube. I didn't know you all were here. So as soon as I knew that you all were here, inspiring each other, and that this outlet was here, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. There was no hesitation. Within the next couple of days, I made my first video after my stepdaughter showed me how. So yeah, I think I needed that outlet. What are you afraid to try in crafting, and why? I'm not afraid to try anything. Doing that gumball machine out there, I guess I'm a little intimidated. And I don't know why. I mean, if it doesn't come out, so what? I mean, that's how I feel about everything else I create. I just do it, and if it doesn't come out the way I wanted, it doesn't bother me. You know? So I don't know why I'm intimidated, but yeah. The gumball machine, I gotta conquer it. When was the last time you threw a half-finished project away because it didn't turn out as planned? I've never thrown a project away. I've never done that. If I threw something away because it didn't turn out as planned, y'all would never see anything. If you could, I think, did I miss one? Okay, has a project you made ever frustrated you so bad that it made you cry? No, I've never cried over a project. No. I have been brought to tears over my frustrations, and like I was trying to make one of those chunky charms, And, you know, I have everything to do it. But I was having a hard time, you know. I mean, you know, between this hand and this thumb doesn't bend. There's no joint in this thumb. So it's hard for me to manipulate small things like that. So, I remember one time trying to make a chunky charm. I finally grabbed it all with tears in my eyes and brought it to Joe and said, "Can you please put this together?" You know, I needed him to close the rings. Since then, I haven't gone back to try it, chunky charms, because I'm not going to frustrate myself in that way. But I will at some point try it because, you know. When was the last time I didn't... Okay, if you could change your YouTube name to one that reflected your crafting style as well as yourself, what would it be? The only thing I would change my YouTube name to is JBLDY, JB Lady. I would just shorten it because it's just make it easier for me. But that says nothing except about where I live. I'm from Jensen Beach, so JB Lady. How long has it been since you made something for yourself? Well, I craft for myself. I create things for myself because that's what I'm inspired to create. And I don't decide on if I'm going to send it away until it's done and it reminds me of somebody. Or if somebody happens to mention that they really like it and then I'll send it to them. Or, you know, very rarely do I start out a project with somebody specifically in mind. And maybe that sounds horrible to you people, but that's just the way I work, you know. I create what inspires me, and when I'm done with it, if I say, "Oh, wow, that reminds me of so-and-so," that's when I decide, you know, on what to send to someone. Unless I'm in a swap, which I don't do those anymore either. I'm such a dud. How long has it... Okay. What are you working on now? I'm between things, but I'm thinking about a mini album or some prima doll tags, so I don't know. I don't know. What is the last YouTube video you watched? I think it was this morning, and I watched Bonnie, Sassy Scrapper's TMI video. So, hi Bonnie. I totally enjoyed her video. It was so nice getting to know her a little more, which is what prompted me to say yes to doing this tag. Who is the last person on YouTube that you spoke to via private message? Oh, Scraps from Scratch. She won my giveaway for the Diamond Dyes Nature's Flourish. I talked to her. I feel like I'm missing some of these questions. Do you have siblings or relatives that craft? I have a cousin in Connecticut, Leanne. Hi, Leanne. And she crafts. She's a brilliant crafter and scrapbooker, and I just love her. She's the one who turned me on to a lot of things like alcohol ink and distress stain and how to use the Tim Holtz tool. Yeah. Yeah, she turned me on to a lot of things. So, and my brother Bobby draws. My brother and my father, excellent sketchers and drawers. I mean, my brother had a scholarship to an art school if he had wanted it, but he never took it. He was given this gift, but unfortunately he doesn't have the passion for that particular gift, which is kind of sad. But anyway, yeah. What's your favorite food to snack on while crafting? I don't eat when I craft. I drink coffee. What product are you hoping to purchase in the near future? The Tim Holtz Sizzix die with the seahorse and the sand doll and the starfish. I can't wait for July and August because that's when it's coming out. Where is the last place you bought supplies? I went last night to Joann's and Michael's. I had to pick up something for my mom, so that's why I left the house. And yeah, I ended up picking up a few things. So did you get a good deal on them? Yeah, everything was 40% off. So what is some of your favorite tutorial channels? I don't tune into tutorial channels unless I'm ready to, unless I want to, until I know I want to learn something, you know what I mean? Then I go search for it. But I'll tell you, Bona, Live, Love, Scrap, she can teach you to do just about anything, create anything, because she simplifies things. And that makes it so much nicer, you know. I just love her videos. Oh, shoot. Hold on. What is some of your favorite? Okay, what channel shows the best hauls with the best deals? Well, I do watch a lot of hauls, and that's mostly because I don't get out, and I don't go out anymore. It used to be if I had a coupon, I'd run down to the store. I don't do that anymore. So if it wasn't for watching haul videos, I never would have known that the new Tim Holtz stuff was at Joann's, you know. So I can't tell you who my favorite. I don't know. I don't know what product. What's the favorite kind of sweet candies? I don't know. M&Ms. Do you have any professional art or craft training or degrees? No. Oh, I do have, you know, that little certificate that Michaels gives you when you go through the EK Success or Spotted Canary course, you know, and you have to go through the online course to be able to teach their scrapbooking class. Yeah, I have that. Out of all the projects that you've ever done, what's your favorite? I created the For the Record mini album I did. It's done in a vintage type style, and it holds pictures of my sons. I really love the way that came out. Since being on YouTube, what is the one project share that you've seen that impressed you so much that you can still remember it? You all impress me. I can't think of any one thing. I'll never forget the hot air balloon that Miranda, Miss Liberty 25 made. Wow, that was cool. And Marilyn G just made one of those not too long ago, so that was awesome. I think all the Prima Doll accessories that Bona has been creating, those are memorable. I mean, all of those videos went right into my favorites. So that's awesome. You know, it's hard to say. What was the last thing you did, non-crafty, where you had fun? My husband and I went next door and visited our neighbors, and we had a couple beers and just talked and laughed and stuff. That was fun. Which best describes you? Full-time crafter, you sell your craft items, part-time crafter, work outside. I don't work outside the home, so I'm a part-time crafter, homemaker. Yeah. Who was the last person that you hadn't seen on YouTube in a while that you've private messaged just to check on them? That was Michelle, Mitch Smith, 78, Michelle? I'm sorry, I can't remember. But anyway, she had stepped back from YouTube for a little while, and I had messaged her to let her know I was thinking of her. Have you ever watched YouTube videos while crafting and not leave? I don't watch YouTube videos when I craft. Simply because I want my own creativity to come through. I mean, I can't focus on watching a video and craft. But if I watch videos at night and if I watch with my Surface here and it's hard for me to comment, then I don't leave a comment. And yes, I feel guilty. But, you know, but that's the way it is. I'm sorry. Who was the last person? No. Have you ever? Nope. Yep. Do you subscribe to other YouTube channels that are non-crafty? If so, which ones? I used to subscribe to Jimmy Fallon since he took over the Tonight Show. I love Jimmy Fallon. Oh my God, I love that guy. Anyway, but he took up my whole queue. So I unsubscribed from him, and now I just check back with Jimmy Fallon every now and again. So now, no. Who would you like to hear answer these questions? Anybody. This is a long tag, so any of you who want to, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way for us to get to know one another, which is why I went and did it. I feel like I missed some questions. Because that went really quick to me. Okay, that's it. I got them all. Okay, now I don't know. I have a haul to share. We'll see if I go ahead and do it. Anyway, thanks for taking time out to watch this. I know it was a long one, and I'm sure I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.